Not a month, but for a couple of months, 2 or 3 months, yeah.
$4,000 in angels.
Yes.
Pretty big business.
To me, they're a very real part of spiritual life, you know, of life itself.
Emilia Abravanel doesn't buy into the new commercialism. She is a true believer, has been for 10 years. She says everyone has a guardian angel.
They're almost spiritual physicians. They bring healing. They bring inspiration. Comfort, absolutely.
And she says they protect and guide her family. When she was pregnant with Samuel, she couldn't decide whether to have a cesarean section. She asked the angels to tell her what to do.
I was at a laundromat at one time, and there was this elderly man there, and he said, well, you're expecting a baby? And I said, yes. And then he said, yeah, my daughter was expecting a baby, and they told her that she should have a cesarean because it was safer, and she died on the operating table. And I said, well, thank you. And some may say, well, so what? That, to me, was my sign.
I was like shocked, totally shocked.
Like mother, like son. 9-year-old Michael also had a close encounter of the celestial kind. It happened here in Montana during a family trip. He has a picture of the angel in the sky.
It kind of looked like an eagle with a trumpet, and it was kind of long.
White?
Yeah, white, all white.
And did you think it was something from God that you were seeing?
Yeah, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, because it wouldn't look so real and stuff.
I think people are on a legitimate spiritual quest.
David Seljak studies religion at McGill University. He says the world is a dark and scary place. People are turning to angels for security. And he says the materialism of the 80s left many asking, is that all there is?
The trouble is what they've chosen really immerses them back into that consumer society. They're not going to church, they're buying angel books as a response to the issues that produce this new anxiety in our society. This is inadequate.
Some say people are looking to angels because the church isn't meeting their spiritual needs.
Really didn't deal with justice issues, social justice issues, women's issues, for example. If I don't nourish you as my sister in Christ in a way that you find a sense of fulfillment and belonging, you're going to wander to get that void filled from somewhere.
But Father Shaw says it's natural and normal for angels to enter people's lives. People like Lucy Krasowski.
It happened May 22nd, 1993, 2:10 a.m. This is the spot exactly.
Krasowski is an MUC police officer, a 10-year veteran. 2 years ago, an escaped convict shot her 3 times at point-blank range. She and her partner were looking for a suspect. They pulled up beside a man to ask for information.
My partner rolled down the window, and all he had the time to say was, "Excuse me, sir." The 9mm was in the car. I thought to myself, this man's a killer. The first shot went in right here, right under my right eye, and came out the middle of the back of my neck. I see the fire go beside my head, and then I see fire go right through my leg. It went in here and came out there. And that's when I called out loud to Archangel Michael. I went, "Archangel Michael, help me, help me, help me." I've been shot. I've been shot. I felt the presence of light.
Do you think that you're alive because of the presence of angels?
There is no doubt in my mind.
I've never encountered an angel, and whether they exist, I mean, that's a matter of belief.
But one thing Seljak does believe, angels are just a new age rage, this year's flash in the pan.
My prediction for, the fall of '96 is nuns. I think nuns are the new thing. People will be having nun books and nun fashions, nun earrings and nun sculptures.
You're not serious?
I'm serious.
Lord Michael, I love thee, I do. With all thy great faith, my being imbue.
Emilia Abravanel is just as serious. She says there are angels among us, and it's no flight of fancy.
Whatever road you take, you'll meet the angels there because, they're there. They're in those highways of life.
Now the weather forecast. Jamie Orchard is off tonight, so here is Patrick de Bellefeuille.
Thank you very much, Lynn. Here's a look of our satellite shot across the country. Big ridge of high pressure extending from Vancouver all the way into northern Ontario that will push his way into in most of the region of Quebec and eventually into the Maritime for the next hours. This will push the system who touched the Maritimes over the last 24 hours, giving a lot of snow in Newfoundland. So that ridge will give sunshine for Quebec, Ontario, and almost all the way to BC. Besides, this little front at the foothill of the Rockies could give variable cloudiness, maybe a flurry or two, but nothing much. Colder air also all the way. Temperature will be 6 to 8 degrees below seasonal value. We are forecasting sunny skies for tomorrow for southern Quebec with a high between -8 and -11. Northwesterly wind in the morning, 15 to 30 kilometers an hour, but they die down as the day progresses. We'll keep the sun and the temperature will rise a little more for Friday. Saturday also, the high will reach almost seasonal value with -2. It will also cloud over. The influence of a system coming from out west. The system will give a few centimeters of snow for Sunday, but it'll keep us also in the warm air. Sunny skies for the eastern township with also colder air for tomorrow, -9 to -10. It'll be a little windy and a little cloudy in the morning for the eastern region of the province, but the sun will come out eventually. They also will see temperature below seasonal value. Here are the highs for tomorrow. Notice the temperature everywhere will be between 6 to 10 degrees below seasonal value, -18 in La Grande to -12 in Rimouski and -7 in Ottawa. Sunny skies for tomorrow, temperature way below seasonal value, but a lot of sun, about 11 hours of it. Lynn?
Thank you, Patrick. Caroline Corey is next with sports, and the federal government makes an exception for the Montreal Expos. We'll see how the Nordiques did against the Tampa Bay Lightning.